This is a short screencast to walk you through the steps of successful completion for the Wiki activity, which is the UDL Educator Checklist. If you actually begin from our website, you can access the Ning by following the link provided for you under the SED block links. So if you start at the website, you can easily access the Ning. You don't, however, have to go that route. You can go directly to the Ning itself. Once you log into the course Ning, you're taken to the main page. The easiest way to get to the discussion post, which is where this particular activity is housed, is by going to your page, scrolling down, and under My Discussion, you'll see that the only discussion currently on the Ning platform is the Wiki Activity UDL Educator Checklist. That discussion post, authored by me, gives you an outline and an overview of this particular assignment, what the expectations are for the assignment, and also the resources that you need in order to complete the assignment. I give you a little bit of an overview of what a wiki is and what some of the advantages to learning are through use of wiki and collaborative activities. I also link out to the lesson plan. Rather than using the lesson plan for this checklist that we used in our in-class activity, we'll be looking at a new lesson plan so that you can provide new ideas for each of the checkpoints on the checklist. By clicking that link, you will go out to Discovery Education where the lesson plan is housed. You can review the lesson plan and then go back to the assignment descriptions to link out where you type in your ideas. I also give you some resources so that if you're unsure where to start, if you need a review of the 3 principles of UDL, or you want to look at model lesson plans to give you examples, those links are provided for you. For example, if you click on the 3 principles of UDL, that will take you out to the guidelines. This is the online version that I mentioned in class. If you click on individual links, it's going to give you more information about that particular checkpoint and ideas about how you might meet it within lesson plans. So those resources are linked all from the discussion post. The other link that's provided is the link to the wiki itself. So the link itself is housed within Ning, and you will link out to the primary pad that I've already created for you. You'll see when you log into the primary pad that I've already posted the text of the checklist into the primary pad. So this is the part that I want you to pay really close attention to. Once you get to primary pad, the first thing that you want to do is you want to enter your name into the text box provided. That's going to assign you a color so that everything that you type will be affiliated with that color so that other users will know who has contributed and they'll be able to see those contributions highlighted in the color that's been assigned to your name. The second step is to go in and type the ideas that you have for each of the individual checkpoints. So under each of the checkpoints, you can type whatever you would add to the lesson plan in order to meet that particular checkpoint. For example, in customizing the display of information, I might also provide a video related to the topic. Okay, and so once you do that and you go through each of the checkpoints, the requirements of this assignment just require you to post under 8 checkpoints. So you want to make sure you have at least 8 entries. Once you get all of your ideas in, or as you work, in order to prevent losing your work, you want to come up here and click on the Save Revision. And that's going to save any changes that you've made to the wiki document. Once you save it, you can then log out and your ideas will be recorded. Once you come back to the wiki, if you want to come back at a later time and look at your peers' suggestions or to add something else that you thought of, you follow the exact same steps, log back in, you would select your name and color, and just be sure and save your revisions once you add anything. The last thing that I want to point out before I conclude is just that I also gave you a link to the UDL toolkit. The UDL toolkit is actually also a wiki that educators across the country and, in fact, the world contribute to, so that when they find a digital tool that does things that meet the different checkpoints, they provide links to those tools for you. So if you don't have any ideas about how you might meet a certain checkpoint or what technology might be out there, you can come to the toolkit. It gives you information about UDL, but it also gives you links to specific tools that might be appropriate depending on the lesson plan. So that resource is also out there for you. In order to successfully complete this activity, you need to, number one, follow the link out to the primary pad. Number two, you need to make sure that you complete at least 8 checkpoints that give various ideas about how to meet those checkpoints using UDL criteria. And number three, be sure to save changes that you make to the wiki.